in a sign of the seriousness of the couple's relationship. Well-placed sources have confirmed the royals had prior knowledge of the cover story, in which Meghan declared, "We're a couple, we're in love." Aides rubbished reports as incorrect that the Queen had been unhappy with the coverage, as one of Meghan's closest confidants revealed she spoke to the US magazine with Harry's full approval. A royal source revealed, "Behind Palace gates everyone is expecting an announcement. It's a case of when not if. The consensus is there will be a wedding next year." In the interview, the LA-born star confirmed they have been dating since July last year, and described their romance as a love story. The friend, who wished to remain anonymous, rallied against suggestions Meghan was courting publicity, saying, "She hasn't spoken for a year and all she did say was that she was in a relationship and in love. Any suggestion that she is milking this for publicity is ridiculous." Of course Harry knew all about it. The palace okayed it. Having been inundated with interview requests from around the world since the Sunday Express exclusively broke the story of their relationship last October, Meghan agreed to the article to mark the 100th episode of Suits, the U.S. legal drama in which she stars as paralegal Rachel Zane. A royal insider also confirmed Harry's closest aides at Kensington Palace were told about the interview, and gave it their full approval. "The palace knew about it and sanctioned it," said a well-placed source. Meghan hadn't done much in the past year. She'd been very quiet, but there is an understanding that this is not a sustainable position for her to be in as an actress. She has a career and media work is an inevitable part of that. Although the palace isn't speaking for her, she has an agent and a publicist for that. They issued the statement on behalf of Prince Harry in November and are keeping a close eye on the media. Meghan's friend said she only spoke briefly in the interview about Harry, but the magazine focused on that even though it was 80% about her career. It is thought she did not have copy approval before publication and had no control over the headline, "Wild about Harry." It was never going to be a tell-all type of thing. Before she met Harry she went on plenty of TV shows and gave lots of interviews, but she's remained silent for the past year. Contrary to seeking the spotlight, she's been shying away from it, the friend said. She's done a few things that are important to her, like writing a piece for Time magazine about menstruation in developing countries, and how the stigma can hold girls back from an education. Meghan is a very dynamic and incredibly intelligent person. She's spoken at the UN and has traveled to Rwanda and India as a patron for World Vision. But Vanity Fair want to sell magazines, so they didn't focus on that so much. There's a lot more to her than the article suggests. She went to Northwestern University, which is one of the best schools in the States. After school, she worked at the U.S. Embassy in Argentina. She speaks fluent Spanish and conversational French, and she works incredibly hard. In order to make ends meet while she was a struggling actress, she did calligraphy and was a host at restaurants. She has said on numerous occasions she doesn't want to be a lady who lunches. She is actually very low maintenance. She appeared on the front cover of Vanity Fair without any mascara on and insisted there was no airbrushing of her freckles. Most cover girls take hours getting ready for such shoots, but Meghan was only in hair and makeup for 30 minutes. What you see is what you get with Meghan. She's not at all Hollywood. Yes, she's beautiful, but she's got brains. She's smart and engaged. Last month, Meghan listed the 10 women who changed her life for a piece in Glamour magazine in the U.S. The friend added, Madeleine Albright, former U.S. Secretary of State, was in there. When Meghan was 11 years old, she wrote a letter to Hillary Clinton and others about a soap commercial she saw implying women should be in the kitchen. The then First Lady and the U.S. journalist Linda Ellerby replied, and the advert was altered. The friend added that while on the set of Suits, Meghan arranged for the catering department to give extra food to the hungry and homeless in Toronto, where she lives. Prince Harry is due in the Canadian city this month, when it hosts the third Invictus Games. Royal sources have refused to rule out her appearing alongside Harry during the event, which starts with the glittering opening ceremony on September 23 and ends with a fanfare on the 30th. A palace insider said, whether or not Meghan goes to the Invictus Games remains to be seen. There is nothing barring her from attending. It's been suggested that the Vanity Fair article is in some way lining her up to be by Harry's side at an official royal engagement, but she was always free to do what she likes. Harry's previous girlfriend Chelsea Davy accompanied him to the Diana concert at Wembley Stadium in 2007, while Cressida Ibnes, who he dated from 2012 to 2014, joined him at a We Day charity concert. Toronto is hosting this year's We concert on September 28, and there is speculation Harry may stay with Meghan for it. Meghan will be filming the next series of Suits until November. It is thought the couple will spend Christmas together.